Hi, my name is Tracy. It has been a long time since I've been here. Long time. Heather, Springfield Stitcher, made a video today, I believe. I noticed it today. I don't know when it went up. But anyway, she also has not made a video in a long time. And so I am completely copying her. I just sneezed like 4 times. So that's probably going to keep happening. And it's really warm in here because I turned off the fan because it looked like it was going to hit me in the head on the video. A lot has changed. A lot has not changed. So I figured I would just start from where I remember I left off. Give you all the updates. I'm probably just going to talk a lot and probably... Listen, I have like no stitching to show you because I haven't stitched in a long time. I have a little teeny bit, literally teeny, and a lot of knitting, but my life has changed a lot. So I figured I'd share some of that and just check in. So first thing is that I have a new computer. It is not a Mac. I've been playing more video games, so I got a computer that would be better for that, and I don't know how to record on it, so I hope to God this is working, because if it's not, I'm not going to record again. Second thing is that the pandemic, so I've been working from home since March, well, really February, because I was out sick before that. February of 2020. I still work from home, so I'm on Zoom all day, every day. So this camera is not mirroring me, and it's reversed. So that's going to be really strange because I'm so used to being mirrored. So that's going to be interesting. All right, so 2020. Man, I really should have fixed whatever's going off my nose before I started this. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna sniffle. So, 2020. I started working from home in March, and my neighbor above me, for those of you that know, if you know, you know, she was a goblin, and things were not good. Very bad, actually, in that apartment. And I don't want to talk about it because it makes me talk really fast and makes my face red and it gives me a stomach ache. And she just was terrible. So I decided that I had to move, like, immediately. And it took me about, I would say, 6 to 8 months of having the police called on me all the time and stuff. One time for coughing. Anyway, she moved in March, so that's, you know, that's when things went downhill, or like pounding on the wall if I took a bath because the water was running too loud. She was above me, so loved it. Anyway, we're not completely over it. But we are thankful because it took about 8 months or so, and then I started thinking, okay, I could buy a house. I could do this. I could do this. I had a big stash sale, which a lot of you helped me out with, which was huge. I think that paid for the couch that's behind me. No more purple couch, but it's the same couch. It's just gray. Or maybe the movers, or however we want to account for it. It really helped, so thank you. So I almost bought a new house. I went and I looked at it and it had, well, that hasn't changed. I went and looked at a house, and the realtor was a little bit pushy, and he was like, this is the perfect house for you. And it really just wasn't. There was no yard. There was no fence. It was 3 bedrooms, which for any normal person would be sufficient for one person. But I was like, I need an office and a craft room and a guest room. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to fit all my stuff. Joey hasn't changed. He's a little bit older. He's 17 now. he's grumpy as ever. Amelia is, come over on this side, Joey. Come here. Well, they're both gonna come here. Okay. Do you want to say hello? All right, you can be on the video. Yeah. So he's grumpy and old, but he's having trouble hearing and seeing these days. But if you throw a toy, he'll run like he's a little puppy. So we love him. And Amelia is, I don't know, she's about 12, so she's getting up there too. I have a squirt gun for him. Don't do it. So I had this pushy realtor. He was like, this is the perfect house. And I was like, it's just not. It's just really not. And the home builder had customized it to their liking with all the most expensive upgrades, but they did not. Stop. But they did not. They weren't my style, and I was paying for them, and I didn't want them. So I got a new realtor. She wasn't wonderful, but what she did do was take me to this house that I found, this house. And I just knew it was my house. There was space for my piano. Let me see if I can show you. It's gonna be, hold on to your butts. Hold on, let me show you. I'm really proud of this part. Okay, there's my little dining room, because behind the pepperoni, there was room for my piano, and that was most important to me. The lighting, that chandelier was already here. There are lights above me that are also crystal. It was all decorated like that already. The gray curtains. All the doors are black. All of the accents are black. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this. I regret everything. This gray wall was installed already. The frames around were already there, so I had some pictures printed to fit into them. It just was perfect. I was like, this is my house. So, long story about the piano. My parents owned that piano. They sold it to someone, and he passed away right when I bought my house. And so I contacted his daughter, and I bought the piano back. So it was my mom's piano, and now it's my piano, and I think that's pretty cool. So anyhow, this house had a fence. It has a backyard for the dogs. It's small, but it's perfect for them. I have a little patio with a screen, and I have a little garden out there and a hammock, and it's just perfect. I have an office and a craft room and a guest room, and everything is perfect. There's a sinkhole in the backyard, but we won't get into that because we're just going to be positive on this video. I'll tell that story someday, but not right now. There's a sinkhole on the other side of my fence that has not yet impacted me and is not on my property. That's how I understand the situation to be. Apparently sinkholes aren't those things where the ground just opens up and like your car and everything falls into it. That's not a sinkhole. That is a catastrophic ground collapse. A sinkhole is just gradual erosion into a pit of despair. So we're good for a while. It might not even be a sinkhole. That's the thing. Nobody knows. We just have to wait. But it's not on my property, and it might not be there at all. And if you're planning to buy my home someday, it's all good. Very sturdy. Low mileage. All right, so let's see. I love my house. I'm super happy here. I moved in the beginning of 2021 and got all situated, and you know, I had to do everything the same day. The only thing I didn't do is the craft room, and I still haven't. It's still a pit of despair in there, speaking of. So someday that will be done. We worked on it this weekend a little bit, so that was good, but it is, I'm trying to fit like a lot into one space. It would be good if like just my sewing stuff went in there, or just my cross stitch stuff, or just my knitting stuff, or just, like one hobby. But I have to have like 75, and it doesn't all fit in one room. That's what I learned. But the other rooms are lovely and not packed to the brim. So, okay. I love my house. Everything is so great. It's a little bit far from everything, but during the pandemic, no one was on the roads. So in January of 21, I didn't really get a good feel for how far I was going to be from everything. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. Well, things started opening up a little bit more. Traffic started getting worse. I realized I live about an hour from just about anything. The closest Starbucks is like 20 minutes away. There's a grocery store really close, but that is literally it. And a Chinese food restaurant, but that is truly all. If I want anything else, it's a good 20, 25 minutes away. So live and learn. But I don't go anywhere, so it works out just fine. I work from home still. Technically, I am hybrid, but I've gone to the office only a handful of times, so very fortunate. Okay, so that wraps up 2020, 2021, the first beginning of 2021. So then 2021, I decided to start dating. So that was fun. That was not fun at the beginning. That was not fun. I met a few people. It was all right. It was weird. Let me be honest. It was weird. I hadn't left the house in a long time. They hadn't left the house. It was weird. I hadn't dated in a long time. It was weird. So I met somebody, we dated for a couple months. That crashed and burned pretty bad. And I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm never going to meet anybody. And then I met somebody, and things are going really well. So we've been together for about 7-8 months now. He's wonderful, the best. I'm super happy. So I've been very busy with him the last 8 months. Doing what? I could not honestly tell you. Not that. Playing video games and board games. Lots of board games. God damn it. Lots of board games. We've been playing a lot of things like Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, Spirit Island. What else? Scythe, which I now know how to say. Watching lots of movies. I'm still knitting a lot, so I'm going to show you that. We go to dinner occasionally. We went on a staycation, which was so fun. So, yeah. He has a closet here. He doesn't live here. He has a closet. It's close. It's the closest closet to the sinkhole, though. So if it goes, it goes. It's his. So didn't expect that to happen, and I'm very happy it did. He's the best. He's been bugging me to make these videos. I showed him my floss tube videos from back in the day, and he's like, I love how happy you look, and you like get so excited talking about your stuff. And so that's the other reason. Not only Heather, but so yeah. He has a daughter, and she's great, and he loves my dogs, and he has his own dogs, and just I don't know what else to say about him. He's great, and he's extremely patient, which is a good balance. Because I'm not patient. Okay, so other than that, work is really good. I got a new job about 3 months ago. I still work for the same company, doing the same things. It was just a promotion, moving into a different space, working on some different types of projects. So I support, back to supporting hotels and restaurants, vaguely speaking. So some interesting challenges. It's a lot different being in my role now because I deal with a lot more like strategy and less like day to day, but I'm getting used to it and love my team and my boss, and just so thankful that we have a flexible environment and they let me feel safe and do what I need to do. So very extremely happy about that. My family is good. I don't need to tell all their business, so they're good. I feel like those are all my updates. I have a house, I have a boyfriend, I have 2 dogs, and I haven't cross-stitched very much. So honestly, there's really only a couple of things that are different. All right, let me show you. I messed this all up when I was like showing you things, so I want to make sure. All right, so I'm going to show you some stuff. Did I ever show you this? This is the Stephen West knit along from like, I don't know, 2019, 2018. If I didn't show you this, this is Starflake, and it looks like that. It was with all my stuff, so I just was like, well, I'll show you that. Then the next year, Stephen West Slipstravaganza Shawlography, that's this one. So I've been working on this one the most, or Slipstravaganza. This is Shawlography. I know that's what this is called, but I don't remember which one was first. But anyway, I've been working on this one. Don't make me give my unicorn. So today I was working a little bit on this brioche section. It's blue and gray, so you can't really see the difference, but I don't need that. But it looks pretty cool. This part was all short rows and brutal. I made a mistake. You can see it clearly on camera. This row was supposed to be purled, and I knitted. This side is not messed up, so that's something. It's got these like welts in it. Listen, and if you think I have the right number of stitches on my needles right now, you would be mistaken. But it's pretty cool. So I think I only have a couple more sections left. And that's that one. And then this one's Shawlography, or Slipstravaganza. That one is Shawlography. This is Slipstravaganza. And someday I'll finish this too. I got onto these parallelograms section recently. And this one is, I don't know, pinks, grays, and there's like a dark gray section coming. So that's Emma's yarn. This is Emma's yarn. This is Emma's yarn. So this is also Emma's yarn. This was the Helen Stewart Miss May mystery. Sorry, it's a mystery. Spoiler. That I finished on time. I blocked it and everything on time. I don't love the colors, but I don't wear these anyway, so who cares? It was delightful. So I think it just has a little too much green. Like, I wish the green, if I had done the green where the gray is, I just figured start with my favorite one, and that wasn't the right move on this particular case, but that's what you get with a mystery shawl. So I really love this one. I think this is, well, I'm pretty darn sure this is the silk, silky, don't remember what it's called, but it's a silk blend wool. My sweater that I started in 2018 is still going strong. So I actually worked on this week, and it's almost done. The body is almost done. I mean, it looks like a shirt. And then I'll have to do the sleeves. It's just short sleeves, so that shouldn't take too long. The pattern is long or short sleeves, but I'm only doing short sleeves. And, you know, it looks like a shirt. It's rolled up a little at the bottom. Probably a few more inches, and then I'll do I think it's ribbed at the bottom. I might do a split hem if I can figure out how to do that. Okay, and then there's probably something in this bag. Oh yeah, this is Casa Pinka. This is Snarkometer. And I met Casa Pinka at Four Pearls, which is the store that sells Emma's yarn in Florida, and she was delightful. And so I'm working on this. This section is really pretty. And it's this part I thought I was like really boring at first and really ugly, but then it finished and it looked really cool. Cool story, bro. So that one is exciting because it changes pattern very frequently. Okay, so that's all this knitting that I have sitting here. That is not all the knitting I've been doing, but it is what I had handy. Stitching, I've worked on 2 projects in the last 2 years. I worked on my French Farmhouse chatelaine. Why did I say that like that? Chatelaine. Country French Farmhouse something. So most recently I started working on the fence around, which is all, I think it's road stitches if I remember correctly. Yes. And listen, the whole middle is done and beaded. The edges are done and beaded, like the border around it. This part is getting done, but there are so many layered colors going on in there. So it takes a lot of time. But looks pretty cool. It's on my Millennium frames. Freaking Millennium frames. I can't look at them without thinking back about all of that drama. And then my other stitching project is Consider the Lilies. Is that what it is? Remember the lilies? I know, lilies. I just call it lilies. So I'm all the way to the right side of the top row. And that I think that's where I was last time I showed it to you anyway. Most recently I've stitched this yellow flower and this green and this blue flower, and that's all. Oh, and the bird's foot on that. Oh, and I stitched this flower. So that took about 2 years. So since this whole piece is the size of, it's really big, so whatever. I should have it wrapped up half past never. I was thinking though, when I put it the year, I was like, oh, I'll definitely finish it at least this decade. Will I? Will I? Not sure. But my border matches, so that's all that really matters. Will I? So yeah, that's it. 20 minutes to show you 2 years worth of stuff and tell you all about my life. I got nothing else, which is probably good because I have no idea if this is even recording or how to upload from it. So, all right. Well, tell me in the comments how you're doing. Ask me some questions in the comments, and listen, I'm going to try to do this again. It might be in 2 years. It might be next week. that's just how I keep my subscribers. I keep people in suspense. I keep them in disbelief, and that's my boyfriend. And that's how I have all of you here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for visiting again. Thank you for not deleting me from your subscriber list. And if you are new, welcome. I don't know what I'm doing here. Goodbye.